mentioned the aspect of ignoring responsibility. We live in an era where certain fathers who got their children biologically are not necessarily there, are not necessarily present, or as the popular term says it, deadbeat dads. So how would you approach that conversation of deadbeat dads? Maybe tell them what they're missing on.
First, allow me to hand something on the first question.
Kindly
asked,
do.
And fatherhood, I'll say fatherhood is not taught. It cannot be taught. It can only be learned. Learning it means to commit yourself to learning the process. You know, you can be given a book on how to swim and read it for 3 years, but until you go to the swimming pool,
you will not.
You are just an amateur. So same case with fatherhood. You might be taught so many things, but at the end of the day, it's a learning process, not a teaching process. You can't be taught. So whether you had a good father, a bad father, it's all about you. Set your limits, define your own terms as a father. This is what I want for my children, for my family, and then go out there and do it. You learn along the way. Now, coming back to what I've asked about, we are living in interesting time, of course. When we talk about deadbeat fathers, it's a society, like I said, it's just an evolution of society, because long time ago, men used to carry their own responsibilities, and then to ensure there were systems also in the society to ensure that they carry responsibility. But as we evolve now, you find the society is just disintegrating the former traditional society as you knew it. So what I would say to anybody out there, you have a child somewhere out there, you know you have a child out there and you're not taking care of them, is that you're missing out on something great. You're missing on creating a board, developing a person who you don't know how they will be in the future. So you're missing on nurturing, in fact, the next generation. And therefore, you should take the mantle, come back, take care of that child. You never know how they will end at the end of the day, because it just doesn't make sense when you dismiss somebody whose future you have not seen, yet you should be there creating that future.
And maybe as you tell us that, is there a reason, or from a man's perspective, I know you're a great dad and you're taking care of your children, and I applaud you for that. But now for the fathers who are not present in their children's lives, what may be, because every problem has a background to it, there is a trigger that makes it that way, what would make them not want to be part of their children's lives?
Of course, there could be many challenges. One of them that is most, because I've interacted with a number of people, of course, friends and colleagues, and in whatever I do in the corporate training, you talk to so many people. One of them is that they became fathers accidentally. Okay. Now, one, I don't believe that there is an accidental child, of course. I normally tell children, I talk to a lot of them, teenagers, and tell them there is no biological accidents in formation of children, but you find some fathers got in there. They were not ready for it. They were not prepared. It's something that happened, and then they have a child somewhere there, and they run away from responsibility. Now, second, it could be an issue of, the marriage breaking apart. You find maybe you are doing good, and then there is separation, and then there are those other issues that comes in, whether legal or social, whatever comes in, and you find somebody has just been separated from their children. And I think the other one, the third, is just outright ignorance. The people just are there, they don't care, outright don't care attitude, kind of. So those are could be the three major things. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what happened for you to be out there, away from your children. I believe there is always a time, a second time. So they should consider and think again, going back to the lives of those children, because like I said, you never know what difference your presence could make in that life of that child.
That is very, very